Hello, this is Carillion with part 11 of my Total War Rome 2 as Rome at very hard difficulty. Looking at the map, we see that we have completed what we are intending to currently take in Iberia. Um, we are leaving the south because we get enough trade resources. There's no reason to go to war with these people if we don't have to. Now we have a rebellion here, but it's minor. Our army here will be able to deal with them later, and I would kind of like to see this grow a little bit just to bring that public order down even further. Armies are moving around, building up the troops. We're building some very professional armies using the first cohorts now, and we'll upgrade all of these troops as well. So they're going to build one more first cohort. This army coming up, they're going to end up with 4 cavalry units and 5 first cohorts to go with the veteran legionnaires that they have built previously. This army will be building up some as well. You can see that they're building up their legions, and our final army, I guess those are the 4 that we have here. We have 2 armies in Italy, one holding Medhan, just to keep the northern barbarian tribes at bay, and a small army in Rome in case someone does land, they can quickly expand and build up. We are making pretty good money even though we're building some very professional armies. Our goal in the following turn is to destroy the Avrici. We're going to bring 3 of the 4 legions up. We'll launch assaults on Toulouse and Bridigala, taking them both out. We'll probably send 2 armies to Bridigala as it is a walled settlement, and a single army to Toulouse. Then we will see. They have at least a couple more provinces up here, so they've expanded to at least 5 provinces. We'll probably take all 5 and then move around here to try to unite our lands by taking out the Helvetii. The Helvetii, I think, are actually trading with us, where the Rhaetii are not. I'll have to double check that, because if we can leave them with one region and not go to war with them, it might be worth it. Similarly, I haven't decided if it's worth taking out Massalia yet. We'll have to look at the region and how likely it is to keep the public order and whatnot going before we decide if we're going to take them out. They just have, like, 4 armies sitting there for no particular reason, slowly building, and so I just don't know if it's worth fighting them at this point. Not when there's so many other lands we can take and build. We are also looking a lot at trade and trying to make sure that we get as much trade as possible. I don't think we're going to get any new trade routes this turn, so we're just going to end the turn and move on. Now we could have traded for the Averni for a while, so that was probably not a good decision to leave them as a non-trade partner. We could have ended the trade next turn, had like 10-20 turns worth of trade, and then moved on. Now, on a different note, we control most of this province, all of Tarraconensis, all of Olispieso, all of Magna Graecia, and all of Italia, and most of this region up here, the Cisalpina. We're just missing one region. I mention this because I believe this is turn 71. So if you're paying attention to what's being put out for Warhammer, this is the turn where they have 2 regions. So this. That includes what they were able to get from it, from trading with other, or from the starting position on. Oh, this is bothering me. I paid the Seleucids to it, and they have been destroyed. Oh well, win some, you lose some. Our spies have gone up to level 7, making them very good. Lusitania is unhappy, but that's fine. Let's look at Lusitania to see which one it is. It is Ebora. They're down to 60. How are we looking here? We're gonna move that up to that. What does this bring? We have a +3 public order, +4 Latin culture. It's not bad. That takes away a food. +2, +2, +5 wealth from agriculture. We're not gonna get a lot of wealth from agriculture here. This one seems to be the best. It gives you 3 things, is considerably cheaper than that one, and has no food costs. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna increase our that, and we're gonna go with wealth, money. Now we're intending to just leave an army down here, so it frankly doesn't matter a whole lot what it is. Let's look at the public order. If I get rid of these guys, how we're doing. We still have 12. Turns out we have -20 from rating. That'll go away in about 2 turns. I'm assuming the rating is from that group, so they're not really helping us. We're going to get several things that will improve cultural differences. Let's look at this again. That's just public order. If we look at this building chain, see which one we want here long term. This one, if we get to it, would be 240 wealth and +6 public order. Doesn't seem to have any downside. This one has 300 wealth, so only a little bit more wealth, and it costs us a bunch of food. Well, then we should definitely go for the auditorium, as that one is going to just be better. So we're going to do the auditorium there. That'll help with public order. I'm going to let this go down one more turn. Once I get rid of that, it'll make life a lot easier. We're going to stop force marching you because there's no real reason to. We'll move you to here. Let's look at what you need. First of all, you need to lower this guy. Can't get that. What is this one? +2 cunning. +1 cunning. 10% has. Sure, have at least mild amounts of authority, I guess. If I can't raise that, I don't really care. Okay, so you need to just move to here. He can move into the city to help make it happy. You need to raise 1 of the first cohort. So this is the first cohort, this is the Veteran Legionnaire. There's very little difference. We're going to go with 1 more of those. So now they're full stack. There'll be 20. They'll have good legions on the sides with a hard-hitting first core in the middle. Just much more armored. Same attack and damage though, but just a lot better armor. Now you're going to build up your core legions. Nope, we're only going to be able to build 2 of those, which is fine. How are we doing here? We're slowly building. Why is our public order so bad? It should be better than that. We have instability. We're being seriously hurt by the instability in the region. It's going down 1 a turn. Having to wait 10 more turns, though, is going to not be beneficial to us. As I really want that army done and ready to move north, and it has all the cavalry it's going to build. Next turn, this one will move into here, and we'll bring him into this region so that he can build up his legions. This guy needs 2 more of these, and then or 3 more of these, and then he'll build 4 cavalry. So definitely gonna look at that, and we see that there are apparently upgrades for most of these, which will make them really, really tough. Veteran Legionnaires, 66 in their melee attack. These guys went from being the newest troops to the most experienced in a couple of turns, which is kind of funny. We have a trait. Anything bad, untrustworthy. Yeah, well, sucks to be him. We have our unhappy populace. Trade agreement with them was dissolved, which is very sad. For kicks and giggles, let's just look and see if there's anyone that would trade with us that we want to trade with. Now again, if we're about to go to war with them, it doesn't serve much purpose to trade with them. Ooh, the Raiti are hating us. Interesting. The Iceni. Parthia. Oh. How can I trade with you? Well, let's find out. Can I trade with you? Oh, you've conquered all the way to here. Wow, Parthia is doing well. Trading with them would be good. How much would that give me? Only 100? Really? They're that big? They're all the way over here? And that's all we would get? Yeah. Oh well, if people don't want to trade with you, there's not really much you can force out of it. The Iceni.
Greetings. Speak plainly and without idle purpose, and all will be well.
I would really like to trade with you,
Home, after all.
and you really aren't working with me here.
I am sure that your wares will find a home somewhere, but not with us.
Now we do have a lot of nations that are surprisingly happy with us. We are now friendly as all get out with them. Well, doesn't look like we're going to be trading with anyone new. We're about to attack the Avernes, so trading with them would be stupid. The Seleucid are not dead. They just no longer have any ports. That's pretty poor for them. Out of curiosity, Helvetii, we're not trading. That's fine. So I will be coming down through the Helvetii, and considering how much the Raiti hate me, I probably will just off them as well and begin uniting. Once I control most of France, the smaller trade partners are going to become less and less useful. Where controlling the entire Cisalpine will be an important step. As I've already ran into, I just can't build there due to lack of food or public order or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and end the turn. I have one more dude who needs to be promoted. He is a spy that's in the south. We'll go ahead and do that, because why not? And then we'll end turn. Now we are 12 turns from getting our final big troop upgrade. I probably won't be making any of those until I'm ready to invade Greece. And then I'll come up with at least 2 pretty amazing armies to march into Greece. I will have to decide if it's better to go into Greece first or to go into Africa. Both ways have benefits depending on what they are, depending on which way I want to move. We have a promotion, which is not terrible. Who lost it? The Celtiberian Confederation. I think they're already dead, but I've offed them a turn or 2 ago. Military tribute. That is, or tribune. That is good. -2 for land army. Who is this guy? Him. That's great. He has a expensive and large army, so that'll help. You're gonna come into here. You're gonna come over here. From there, you can actually probably do what I need you to do. So you're gonna first of all hire your stuff. We have a movement. We're up to 18%, which is good. Do you have a guy? I don't think you do. I'm actually gonna grab out this guy and bring him up. Don't really need him down there. I need you much more at this army. Now at this point, this army's grown a little bit. I could fight this, but I think I'll probably just auto-resolve it. I really don't care about fighting rebellions. It's not conquest. I have a massive, even though they're all really high ranked, I outnumber them and I'm just way more powerful. And this army is just going to be sitting here anyway, so I don't care if the troops get a little hurt. They'll just regrow. I do think occasionally letting some of these rebellions, how bad were we hurt? Our cavalry just gets nuked because the Equites are not very good cavalry, especially as we move up in the game. So we're going to try to move this so we don't get another rebellion. If I do that, 3, then I go up to 4, nothing there, 7. So I will move this up. We do want to try to stop that from having another revolt. The raiding penalty will drop again by a lot, so we'll have 11 less next turn, and a lot of these things are going to produce public order, so we should be able to actually start moving in the opposite direction. Plus level 2 armor in all provinces and level 2 shields, or... That's interesting. It allows us to make both. What do I need to do this? I need ammunition stores. Oh, I need these two. Not that I have bothered to work on either one. Boiling oil is kind of cool, but unlike Attila, you don't fight the defensive battles in this game that you do in others. Now, they are leaving a full stack here in Kartuba. So it is possible that at some point those two armies are going to meet and say hi. But you just don't fight the giant scale battles that you do in, or defensive, the number of defensive battles you do in some of the other games. Okay, so we're going to go with that right there, so that we have, and then over here on this unit, you guys are going to build 3. So that gets us, next turn they're going to need to build 6 more, which I believe we'll be able to do. Yeah, so that army will be finished being built next turn. He will move north into this area, where he will also be able to build his cavalry, and this army is already built. Then the question becomes, what is it worth holding here? And the answer is probably just dropping an army to try to like fix to hold this a little. How are we looking here? Cultural differences are at -8. Stability is dropping every turn, and we'll have like another turn or two of that. So it'll be 13, 14, 15, 16, 16-ish. And we're producing more than that even when the army leaves. So that region should be fine. Your region is not looking as good, which I don't really understand. What do I need to do here? Cultural differences are pretty low. We have slaves, we have instability. Probably just put like a small army in Tarraco to just hold the province. It doesn't have to be very big to just hold it, and eventually when I'm ready to build another full army, he can do what these armies are doing, and between these two provinces get really good horse, really good armor and infantry, and go to town. Now I'm going to try for some trade, because we need to get these places that I'm not... See, Abdani, I believe we're trading with you. Iceni, there's no reason we are not trading, dude. I'm willing to pay you 1,100 for a trade agreement. Wow, 1,100 won't do it. Okay, what about 1,280? I'm just curious at this point. Is there any amount that I can pay you that you would consider? 1,600 is rejected. That makes no real sense. Neve, can't trade with you. Namtes is angry with me. Verni, you're gonna go. We're about to declare war on you, so that would be pointless. Parthia, I would really like to trade with you. We will have so many turns of trade. Oh, why are you turning down trade? Is there any amount that you would accept trade? How would you not accept such a deal? Okay, fine. What if we did a non-aggression? What if we agreed to join war against Bactria and the Seleucids in return for trading? And we offered to pay you a lot of money. Oh my goodness, they just literally, I mean, there's a point where, how do you just not agree to that? I'm amazed Bactria is still alive. If you've conquered that much and you're at war with Bactria, what is going on? Okay. Well, maybe we'll just save that money. Okay, well, we're going to save the money. I don't think it's enough to really build much. I can build this. That would take up 3 food in a region that's going to take up 3 food. So I don't have the food to do this. But that gives public order, so that's worthwhile. That would give 1 public order. Not going to worry about it. Okay, so we're going to intern. I don't care. I'll give him his stuff later. So we're very close to when we'll have 3 full elite stacks of troops to march north. I expect the actual invasion to occur in about 2 turns. Now at that time our income will... wow, our income is still over or close to 10,000. I do have to say I'm a little bit surprised by that. So the Pictones are fighting the Atrebarts. That's fine. They can weaken each other. Lusitania is always unhappy. They're just unhappy people. We have some buildings that went in. That's good. That's probably where our money came from. We have some new recruits. So coming down here, how is it looking? Oh, we're in pluses, and we see those buildings going to come in. So that is fine. You got something because you defeated enemies, so that gives you up to a 7 authority. That's pretty good. And you're giving +5 to all armor. That's pretty nifty. Okay, your army is almost done. You need cavalry, so we're going to move you up to the edge here. And you're going to recruit all of the cavalry that you will need. Heavy armored legion cavalry. Now you have no reason to actually be this far. So we're going to put you at the base of this river. That's fine, that's fine. And you're going to come here and you're going to build first cohorts. That will stack out the first cohorts, so give us a full legion of that. That leaves this guy. You're gonna move up to here in preparation of the invasion, and that's still at +2. Now, looking at the time of year, we are in autumn. Next is going to be winter, which means these regions that are barely getting by right now will be a lot less happy. That would give public order problems, and I don't want public order problems. So if I don't need to build food there, I most certainly am not going to. Here, we are going to raise our banner. I don't think there's a legacy. There is a legacy, so we're going to do the Legio 7 Augusta. We're going to reinstate it. After all, this is the one that had the valiant battle in this very province. And you're going to come here and you're going to build... We can build some legionaries, but I'm going to build you 2 units of cav. So, at this point, We have happiness in this region that should defend it. This region is going to go downhill some next turn, although that will go into play. The growth, or it gives growth. It does not give public order. Well, that could be a problem. This guy may end up coming down to Eris. But I do have 3. All of my legions are fully formed and ready to go. I have a bunch of guys that will, when they cross the border, or right before they cross the border, will get all of their buffs. I will probably spend next turn just moving everyone right up to the border, so that we can all make our attacks. And these 2 armies will be moving on Burdigala, while our newest army right here will force march to here and attempt to get to Toulouse. It's entirely possible that he won't make it to Toulouse. He'll have to come to here. So he'll come to here and then he'll get there. He may not make it to Toulouse in 1 turn. He also may find that there's 3 armies in Toulouse and be like, wow, sucks to be me. But he is a very stout army, and with some incredibly experienced troops from the Southern Wars. So I think that they'll be fine with whatever they meet in the Inverness. We're going to go ahead and end another turn. We're trying to go through this quickly, build up the armies that we actually want to, fight with in the north. Oh, I forgot to move my spy. Well, she'll be playing catch up with the army that she needs her. As
What do you wish of me? That is beyond even my considerable.
okay, you now have 20 units. You are gonna force march to get to where I need you, and that is right here on the edge. I don't know if they'll make it to Toulouse in 1 turn, but if they do, it would be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna move you right here. You're gonna move. Oh boy, you're stuck where you are. He jumped in front of you. Okay. Now, our income dropped a lot. Faction was destroyed. Egypt. Wow, they're finally gone. I was kind of amazed when they came back. Lots of builds. Our army is jumping. We have a respectful person, +1 cultural influence, and +2 public order. Which one are you? Oh, that's awesome. You are a great person to have standing there. And I will probably need to move you to Eris. Although, to be honest, it's not like this region has a whole lot more going for it. We're at negative food. It's terrible. Winter does kind of hurt food. I really need cattle 4. Well, maybe we'll be working towards that. So I need more food here. At this point, we're just going to convert this to the wheat fields. It kind of needs to happen. Once I have that, I can increase some of the other stuff. That's not really an exciting thing. It doesn't actually do much to improve it. You're going to stay where you are because I need this region more than I need that region to be happy. Yes, you're going to come to him. Okay, we do have 10,000. Let's see if there's any other builds that I can do. I really can't build this until that's converted and I'm getting better food from it. How much food do I have? I have no food in this province, so even though I could build that, I just don't have the food, especially in winter, to warrant it. Okay, what is this at? That would require 3 food. This region does not have the food. Batavium needs to be taken, and it needs to have at least 2 food allocating resources. Or I eventually need to get this and get that to turn into food. See, all these things require copious amounts of food that this region just cannot produce, even though overall my food is okay. Let's get Rome. Rome, I'm looking at 15 food, so I have room. We're going to increase Rome because Rome should be the biggest city in the world. We're very close to putting another food or probably food thing there. That doesn't actually improve the garrisons. It would improve what I could recruit here, but I don't know if I care enough about that. Until I expand, I need to save some. Here we have this region. I think needs food. Actually, food's doing pretty good. Still, I'm gonna produce food anyways. I don't want to produce this. This gives public order and money. It's hard to argue against public order and money, especially when I'm already having so much food. Well, there's no downside to that one, so we'll build that. We're going to build this one because of our focus on wealth here. Now when we get back up to 5, which will be the next one we can build here, that will be our library. But overall, this region is good. How much are we looking at? Latin culture is only 68%, but it is on the rise. Slowly kicking those Hellenic people out of our lands. Okay, out of curiosity, Carthage killed Egypt. Interesting. That means that Parthia and Carthage will soon probably be fighting each other. Rhodos beat them. Rhodos killed took the Salamis from the Seleucids. That's an interesting turn of events. Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and end the turn. And next turn, we will declare a war on the Averni. Now, they've had time to build up better units as well, but we're sending some pretty experienced and powerful armies north, so it should be definitely tilted in our favor. And as we're slowly losing our trade partners every turn, or seemingly, wow, Carthage and Libya have declared war. That could end another one of our trade partners. We have a population surplus, which is good, and we have some buildings that came up, which is good for our wealth. Okay, Italy, what can we build? Now, you add money from commerce. This gives wealth from commerce. If you look at it, the better one gives up to 2. No, that's entertainment. This one is commerce, and that takes up tons of food. So that's a bit disappointing. Is there anything else that would give us commerce and not be a total waste of it? That's industry and huge amounts of squalor. Not worth it. So really our only 2 choices are more food, which this region seems to have quite a bit of, or this. So we're going to go with the meeting place. Later we'll have another slot for more food in theory, if we want it, and then we have a lot of growth here. We can always turn that into, actual food producing stuff. Okay. At this point, we are going to come back here. We're going to turn them into a normal march. We are going to equip all of our units with these, better horses, better weapons and armor, and we're going to head out. They have an army. This should be abysmally easy, though. Well, look, they're angry. They have brought Carnatus and the Pictones. Who is Carnatus? The Pictones are there. Carnatus must be somewhere over here, I guess. I don't really see them. They're not the friends with the Namnates. They didn't bring Massalia in, which is all, or the Radior Helveti, which are the ones that I actually would care about. I'm gonna be killing the Pictones off as part of my union between the two lands anyways. So, sure, sounds good. Now, they do have a ballista, which is kind of bad, but the rest of it's pretty easy. I am just going to auto-resolve this. I know it's more fun to watch this. Not that I have a whole lot of people watching at the moment, but there's no reason to fight these battles where you are so vastly superior. By the time this army is ready to move out of here, the one in Legion that apparently just got ripped to shreds by that will mostly be done. So this is the region that's abreast with Massalia. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna rip this stuff down because I really don't need any of that stuff here. Now this produces some food, which is excellent, and so we'll build that because food and public order are what we're gonna need here. We're gonna build one cattle ranch and one church. Now our other armies, of course, gonna just move over here. Burdigala. That's interesting.
Ready for orders. Make haste.
You're gonna move here. Now first, I would like to send this Pictones army running. They're not running. Instead, they're just standing and fighting. What the heck? So, my one legion, because he's for some reason not being reinforced, is able to beat them all. But I don't want to do that. That would not be good. So if we're going to fight them all at once,
Ready for orders. We cannot do that, Commander.
we're going to come here where we get our reinforcements. Why don't I have my reinforcements?
Besieging settlement. Ready for orders. At once. To victory.
Okay. At this point, we're easily crushing everyone. This should just destroy the huge Pictones army, and it will break away these others. So we're just going to auto-resolve this. I'm going to take the 80%. Looking at it, wow, my general got pretty messed up. My cavalry got messed up, but that's not unusual. We have some extremely experienced legions. We are going to need to spend some time with that army, with our main army here, getting a little bit of rest and relaxation here. But we have some turns where we need to rebuild. So, looking at this, we need Nemesis and Lemonium, which are the two regions that we're going to have.
Commander.
Now we're going to plant our army here at the river. If they want to come to us, they're going to have to do it through there. We're going to upgrade all these. I thought I had done that, but apparently not. Which means we're not going to probably be able to fix up all of these regions stuff yet. What is this? +1 public order. Can I turn that? That can just be destroyed. That can be destroyed. That can be destroyed. That needs to be fishing still because I need these other regions, at which point I may convert that. But you have to have food. Starving people are unhappy populace. So next turn my money will go into this. We've greatly enhanced our income from those two regions. And with the auto-resolves, with relatively small loss, we were able to, take out all of the enemy armies. 5 turns? It is going to be a while. Now, where's my spy? Spy, where are you? There you are. You move down to here. Yes. Not that you're going to get there, but do it anyways. Next turn. So, we're going to spend a turn or two. We're going to start getting these regions in order, and then we will drive the armies up to claim this region. Once we hold this whole region, we will move backwards into the Helvetii lands. At which point, once I've removed this threat from my northern border and this one, this army that's down here can actually hold most of this. I'll just put this guy, I'll move this guy up to, I'll probably leave him here. This is a good point. But I'll have a lot less fear. And once I put a little bit more space in, maybe another row of cities beyond this, I won't need the army in the north here. And in our holdings on here, we'll see that hopefully that's holding firm but not doing great. How are we doing? Are we building any buildings to help with that? We are not. We are going to actually... I really want to knock that down to... that would be great if I could build that. Out of curiosity, can I build an army? Oh, I don't have enough money. I can actually build another army, so I may just put a body in Ars for now. Ebor is looking happy. They're quickly turning to happier pursuits. Maybe what I need to do is build. It's kind of a quandary. I mean, if I get rid of this and just build. If I build that, it would be considerably less public order issues, and it would actually produce more food but less money, because we're getting a lot of wealth from this. So I think I'm gonna have to do that though. I can't let rebellions fester in the back of my kingdom, and I don't really just want armies that could be built to actually lead invasions to instead be spent sitting there twiddling their thumbs. So next turn we're going to end up probably changing that to fix the region. You have gained something. You have gained that. I enjoy that one. Okay, we're going to go ahead and end the turn. I know there haven't been any real con battles yet. It's just one of those, I mean, I could have fought those. It's just, what's the point? Neither of them, I mean, the second one, that one could have gone royally bad. But the first one, I wasn't going to lose that. I could have just marched in and just ground them into the dust, which in theory is what I did. Made them all, brought them all out, and then sent some cavalry in to deal with the people there. Oh, there goes your agent. Parking yourself at rivers is good, especially when you have something like I do where we're very much a static army usually. We have trouble in so many places. So many people aren't happy with us. We have a trait. +2 cunning is pretty nice. Who got that one? You. You are a cunning individual, apparently. Cunning as can be. Okay. Before we spend any money or anything, let us come to Eris and let us convert this to that, and that should get rid of 3 public order, which will be huge. Now I can't do that here. And that would cost 3 food. I don't even have enough food as is. That should improve the food there. Okay. So our first turn, we need to fix this up. We can do that, which would be growth, +3 artillery on the walls, 400 from substance, 4 Latin culture, and 10 wealth from all sources. Or +4 public order, +3 growth, +6 for that one includes public order, but a lot less of everything else. Well, I like a lot more of everything else, so we'll go with that one. We're just going to fix that. We're going to build a church here. We're going to build sanitation. We'll build that. It gives some garrison, which is important. So we're going to get a lot of public order from these buildings in 2 turns, and that'll make a huge difference. Looking at the public order here, we see that we're receiving major cultural differences. We do have instability. Out of curiosity, we're just going to move this army forward, and we're going to see what we can see. So I think I could take Nemesis. And pretty quickly. So part of me is tempted to fight this just to say I fought something this one, but look at that. They have no chance. I mean, if we go to auto-resolve, I'll have a 90%. I mean, I'll lose like nothing from them. And I think I'm just going to auto-resolve it and hold the army here. We have a good chance of them coming to fight. And then you'll see a city battle where I defend the region. Since they have to have more armies around somewhere. Here's an army here. Oh, that's not a very big army. Okay, well, I don't need that. That needs to get knocked down. And I want that. I'll probably build another food one there. What does this do? Oh, it gives a bunch of wealth from mining and industry. But I don't really care about mining and industry. I get more wealth from just food. And what I need in this province is food. So we're going to build that, and we'll probably build food there as well. So that leaves that region. We're going to let this army heal up in a couple more turns. My general especially. Seeing my general get that hurt is concerning, to say the least. They're up to 4 turns. Now this army here only has 5 units, and they're now kind of out on their own. How are we looking here? We need a church, and we need food. And instability is a problem, but not a huge one. We're getting a ton from our guy here. We'll see if my church being moved up is enough to hold the province. If it is, I'll probably hold off on Massalia until I have dealt with quite a bit else. They're just not... I mean, if they just want to sit there and hand me money every turn trading, how much do they bring in with trade every turn? Remember also, I am still not improving my tax rate. We're doing all of this without having to seriously bump our tax rate. in large part because we are getting 5,000 a turn just from trade. Some of these trade partners are bringing in just huge amounts, 600 a turn from Carthage to not fight them. Novo Carthage, which is bringing another. So between those two, we're bringing like over 1,000 a turn. Just so good, so easy to not fight them. Quite a bit of money, quite a bit of money. And as we conquer these regions, we convert them, we spend some time building them up, it'll really start to show. Now you come and join this army, which is what you should have done turns ago. Okay, so I have one more thing I have to finish that region soon, just to make sure that, and I'll probably do that, head there in like 2 turns. Because I will be able to stay in my province for the 3rd turn. And then by the time I attack them, it will be pretty much done. Here are the Carnutes. And we have one more city that they hold. And that city is important because it is the back doorway to the Helvetii. Which, again, the goal is to conquer this region here, to free up any pressure coming from the north. We want to make sure that as we're moving forward, we're guarding and protecting our flanks. And once we've taken 1 or 2 provinces in here, it should produce enough money that we can actually hire an army, probably in Rome, and then and build them up to what our expectations, or do it in Spain and then march them north, as that is another, as we want as many armies as we can get. We have some spare money this turn, and it doesn't have upkeep costs, so we're just going to upgrade everything so that our armies have that extra boost to all of their stats that our various armors and shields and weapons are giving us, leaving us with 1 gold. And 9,000 on the path. Okay, we're gonna go to end the turn. This has not, again, been the most exciting one. I could have fought like in Nemesis or the one down here, but auto-resolve is just so good in these games. It just pays to auto-resolve.
We come to you, strength,
sure.
to
I have.
speak words of strength. Reply then, with a strength that welcomes peace.
You're part of Celtica? Sure, we will. Oh, we have to take part of Celtica. We're gonna refuse, because I'm just gonna claim Celtica.
Your words carry a weight of sadness.
The Nemantes are pissy. You decided to go to war with me, and the Averni are doomed. So we're just gonna finish that off there before we turn our eyes south once more. Carthage is controlled by Libya. No wonder they went to war. We only have 1 unhappy province this time, and that's Aquitania, which is down here. I'm not terribly surprised that they're not happy. Now, we're gonna take them. So that's gonna help with some stuff. I kind of feel that if we're doing well with food here, and it does look like we are, and we're planning on taking a place where we'll add more food, the best thing I can do is get this public order building in. No, we'll put food here. Food is just important. Limonum, we get 30% extra wealth from food because we're the faction that likes to farm. Okay, can you get to this guy? I don't think you can. I'd really like it if you could, though. Oh, the Pictones keep messing with us. This region is slowly getting going to be leaving that army here for a little bit while these other two march. Okay, I'm going to leave you one more turn in this region. Let's just look at the public order again and see what's going on. We may have a revolt after we take Lemonium, but that's right. I'm going to try to kill this army. Maybe we'll have an ambush battle. Oh, it can't finish there. Oh well. That's fine. Next turn we should see a huge boost as we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get about 5 public order added to it. And this one is 4 turns away from giving us no public order. But Latin cultural influence, which will be huge because this region is lacking in the Latin culture. What type of city is this? Civil Municipium. Cool. Okay, so let's come down and see if we can build anything that might help. You have 1 food, but you're plus 11 growth. Wow, how did that happen? Military presence is only adding 1. But we finally got rid of most of those cultural differences. We finally got rid of most of the instability. Which means I can now bring you down to here, still have that be fine, and get this region into much better condition. Looking at this region, we see that our food problems are going to disappear. So we got rid of some squalor. Ebora, it's looking good. We can upgrade that, which will give plus 4 public order and money. We'll get that. This we're going to knock down and we're going to build something else there. I didn't think I could build a farm here. We'll see. But still, looking very good. We're not having to spend a whole lot upgrading troops at this point. We're going to have some turns where we just profit from what we're working on. You have no food. I would really love it if you had food.
Ready for battle.
The love that I would have if you had food. We're going to definitely upgrade. Do you want to do that? I can afford the the food and the whatnot in this region. So we're going to do that. I don't really see a purpose in doing that, but I do see a purpose in building this one, so I'm going to build that. Down here, I don't think there's anything I can expand or build upon. Oh, I could do this. What are we looking in the way of public growth and happiness? So I can make more money, but it doesn't actually benefit me that much. 60 extra gold a turn for a lot of food is not worth it. Public order plus all that stuff is just awesome. So we're going that route. And we're just continuing to build and work on really financing an empire. You can't just have all of your stacks built and ready to go. Sure, I could have 2 more armies, I could be 5 more regions in, but I would have no gold a turn. Instead, I'm making 10,000 a turn. And at that point, we're going to go ahead and end the video. So please subscribe and like to see when new content comes out and to spread news of the channel. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know below. Also, remember that we will be looking into doing Total War Warhammer coming up, and so if you would like to see a particular faction played through in that, let me know. I am leaning towards vampire counts potentially, but I do like to try various things, so we'll see. And if there's one that comes up a lot in chat as being, hey, we'd really like to watch this, then that's what I'll go with. I will have all 5 starting factions, and I will probably pick up any factions as they come out. So we'll have lots of fun Warhammer times. Well, otherwise, I'm going to end this. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.